Well, certainly not this show on this channel, but I'm sure somebody in your family has today seen something on TV, in a movie hall, or someplace in the media for which James Murdoch's been responsible for. James, welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thank you so much, Shekhar. It's great to be here.
Taken a long time doing this.
Yes, yes.
And now you love TV. You're on TV all the time. Big TV star.
Yeah, hardly. This is my first time for a long time, but for you, anything.
But tell me, you love the media. Murdochs love the media. And the media loves you. Sometimes loves you, sometimes loves to hate you.
Yes, exactly.
I have read long profiles on you, like you were already the head of a very problematic state. How do you deal with this? Because you're also at the end of the day running a business.
Well, at the end of the day, you know, it's a business that we're hugely passionate about. And since my father started the business in the 1950s, it's something that, starting in Australia small, going and challenging, each new place you challenge and you work harder and you try to create more choice. And we've always come up against, and we've preferred to come up against, I think, established players. And sometimes when you upset the status quo, then people love to hate you and they get worked up about it. But for us, as long as we can just look at a marketplace and say, if there's something that we can do a little bit better, focus on our customer a little bit more, create a choice where there wasn't one before, then we always think that's a good opportunity. And as long as we stay focused on that, we can deal with all the noise around it.
Establishment players and the establishments as well.
Yes, well, I think, you know, in the media business, around the world, there's always people who get there, who start to, particularly in a world where you have limited spectrum. You have big TV players, big newspapers that are people who occupy a space. When you bring new choice with digital technology, with new technologies all the time, then I think actually you have a big opportunity to upset the status quo. And that's, you know, what's happened in marketplace after marketplace after marketplace with us and a lot of other companies. And that's what makes it fun, because you can actually change the rules of the game.
You know, it's funny, but that's the story of my life. Now, when I meet promising, bright, upwardly mobile, young people, stars, glamorous people, I usually have to relate to them by saying, oh, I know your father, I know your mom. So maybe I can say that to you as well, because I think it's the first time you and I are having a conversation, but I've had a couple with your father. And what strikes me is that while the liberal media around the world, the Murdochs are pilloried for changing the rules of the media game, negatively, for destroying journalism, etc., etc., etc. Your father actually is truly passionate about journalism. I mean, he's actually a journalist in the garb of a businessman, a publisher.
Yeah. Look, our family and this whole company fundamentally believes in journalism. We believe in bringing the stories from around the world and from people's communities to them in a way that is straightforward and adds something. And I think, you know, it'll always be at the heart of the company. We started as one small newspaper in Adelaide, Australia, and everywhere we went, it was always about investing in our products, investing in journalism, in particular in the newspaper business or in the television news business, and trying to create new things out of that. So for us, journalism is at the very foundation of the whole company, and really at the foundation of what we're trying to do, which is provide something of real utility to our viewers and our readers everywhere.
Because that question sometimes comes up in India now. You know, also in ethical debate. People who build up media then try and build other businesses. You know, what I call as sort of the mixing the fourth estate with real estate.
I like that.
It's funny that Murdochs haven't quite got seduced by that idea. You'd rather make your money from the media instead of oil refineries.
I think we'll try. I mean, I think, you know, maybe we're just not clever enough at doing all those other things, but we've always found that actually having an independent media where all you do is the media business, it keeps you very, very accountable to your customer. And I think also your customer, your viewer, understands that you're not part of some other faction. And one of the big problems we have, I think, in the business in general is you have media springing up that is factionalized, that's part of an industrial or a political faction and seeks those ends. So for us, as an independent company, this is one of our great strengths, I hope. And I hope that some of our viewers and customers can see that and rely on that and give us, you know, their custom from it.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.